Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeffrey Epstein Show. I'm your host, Bobby Capucci, and this is Daily Drop number 24. All right, so we're going to get right to it tonight. We have an article from the New York Post, and it's about the Museum of Modern Art's new wing and who it was named after, and why that is such an issue with some people. I guess when I say some people, I mean, us. Some people like us. Yeah. Anyway, this guy that it's named after, the family that it's named after, some more billionaire elitists, guys that ran with Jeffrey Epstein, people that were close to Jeffrey Epstein. In fact, this gentleman's wife used to be Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend in the 80s. So, let's jump right in and see what we got, shall we? The Museum of Modern Art's new wing, which has won praise for boosting displays of female artists, that's ironic, isn't it? Has also quietly named a new gallery after a wealthy couple with controversial ties to Jeffrey Epstein. The six-story, $450 million addition that opened last week expands the MoMA's gallery space by a third, with prominent placements given to artists like Frida Kahlo, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Diane Arbus. Both on the fourth floor of the 102,000 square foot addition, just to the west of its central blade staircase, stands a gallery named after Glenn Dubin, the 62-year-old founder of hedge fund Highbridge Capital, and his wife Eva. In an explosive 2015 defamation lawsuit unsealed in August, Epstein accuser Virginia Joffrey claimed that in 2001, the predator farmed her out as a sex slave at the age of 16 to rich and famous clients including Prince Andrew and Alan Dershowitz, and that Glenn Dubin was her first powerful client. All right, so this looks like a great idea for the museum, huh? How could this possibly blow up in their face? They thought that they could just get away with it, that nobody would ever know, nobody's going to do the digging, people aren't going to put two and two together. Well, you're wrong. We're here to tell you you're wrong. We're going to be here to put two and two together. We know it equals 4. You're not going to fool us. And that's just the end of it. And guys like Glenn Dubin, like this gentleman we're talking about right here, believe me, we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the people that have been around Jeffrey Epstein. I have a lot more coming in that regard. We have to start exploring each of these people on a one-by-one basis, because the media is not going to do it for us. Nobody's going to do it for us, and those of us who have taken it upon ourselves to dive face first into this case, well, we're going to do it. That's what we're going to do. If it takes us doing another Daily Drop kind of show like that on each one of these individuals, we're going to hash it out. Anyway, back to the article. Dubin was not named as a defendant in that suit, isn't known to be named in any other, and has denied the allegations. But he is a longtime friend of Epstein who reportedly invested $10 million in Dubin's hedge fund. His wife, a former Miss Sweden, reportedly had dated Epstein before the Dubins' marriage in 1994. All right, so he might not be named in the suit by name, but there is a John Doe that has been named in the suit. And he is trying to make it all go away. He doesn't want to be named. He doesn't want to be involved. Blah, 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 blah. So, it could be Glenn Dubin. Very possible. Very, very possible. But maybe it's not. Like I said, I don't know. I don't have that sort of information. Hopefully we all find out at some point. The Dubins were horrified by and completely unaware of Jeffrey Epstein's unspeakable conduct, a Dubin spokesman said. They categorically deny the allegations and have evidence disproving them. You know what? How come all these people have the same exact response? It's like they all have the same spin doctor. Oh, we don't know anything. You know, it's like that shirt with the monkeys on it. One with their hands over the eyes, one with the hands over the mouth, and the one with the hands over its ears. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's like these people. None of them knew anything. Everybody else is crazy. How dare anybody, draw any lines and follow breadcrumbs. You're just crazy out there, folks. You folks are just, come on. Come on, Anderson Cooper didn't tell you this, right? Jake Tapper didn't tell you this. Good old Rachel Maddow or Sean Hannity. None of them are telling you any of this, are they? Well, we're telling you it all here. We're dropping it all here. No lies, no BS. That's despite reports that the couple had Epstein over for Thanksgiving a year after he was convicted of sex crimes in 2008. I'm sorry, I gotta stop again for another bit of a rant. Another person who was hanging out with this sick son of a you-know-what after he was convicted of his crimes. After he was convicted of his crimes. So what does that tell you? That tells you these people do not care. Okay? So they do not care. They were involved, or they were enabling in one way or the other. Because normal, right-thinking adults, people like us who are listening to this show, we find out somebody's a pedophile or a sex trafficker or hurting kids or anything like that, we're not going to associate with them at all. At all. Never mind going over for dinner for Thanksgiving. That's a bit intimate, don't you think? I wonder who cut the turkey. MOMA's Glenn and Eva Dubin Gallery is the latest awkward example of ties between Epstein, who died in jail on August 10th while being held on sex trafficking charges, and elite institutions he'd funneled money to over the years, including Harvard, MIT, and the Council on Foreign Relations. In regards to the Council on Foreign Relations, not only did he funnel money, he was part of that. Just like he was part of the Clinton Global Initiative, etc., etc. These billionaires and these sort of people, they all roll together. Now, that doesn't mean they're all involved. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But what it does mean is if you were hanging out with this dude and you guys were, associating, especially after the fact, there's questions you need to provide answers. End of story. Because if it was any of us, they would have already slapped a RICO case on us, and every single person we associated with would be getting in trouble. Because that's the way things go in this country these days, folks. You and I have one set of rules and another set of rules for the rest of them. In the case of the MOMA, Epstein was a director of buyout king Leon Black's charity for more than a decade as it made a series of donations to the museum. Black overall donated more than $40 million to the museum. He became the MOMA's chairman in July 2018. Black, head of Apollo Global Management, hasn't been accused of any sex-related crimes. But the billionaire raised eyebrows by listing Epstein as director at his charity until the end of 2012. 4 years after Epstein pleaded guilty to procuring a minor for sex. He served 13 months of an 18-month prison sentence. Wow. All right, listen. Mr. Black, did you fall and hit your head? You got like CTE? Did you play football without a helmet? Bonk your head and make a decision like this? Why would you have this man as the director of anything? I wouldn't let this man pair my socks. I wouldn't let this man walk my dogs. I would not let this man feed my goldfish if I was on vacation in Indonesia. Okay? Answers to these questions must be had. Black claimed Epstein's name lingered on the charity's records because of a clerical error. Yeah, I'm sure it was just a clerical error. And it just a coincidence. All of this stuff is just a coincidence. There's no there. It's just a vast conspiracy theory. Wrong. This is a cover-up. 100% cover-up. We've left the conspiracy theory phase, folks. It is now a full-blown, full-fledged cover-up. Still, in 2011, Black's 4 children reportedly teamed up with Epstein to invest in the company Environmental Solutions Worldwide. Like the Dubbins, Black and his wife Deborah also have a gallery named after them in the new wing. They declined to comment. The Gorilla Girls, a group of feminist activist artists known for wearing gorilla masks in public, say the 2 galleries dedicated to Dubbin and Black should be shuttered. MOMA should kick Black and Dubbin off its board immediately, drape the Leon Black and Dubbin galleries in black, and put up wall labels explaining why. A Gorilla Girls founding member who calls herself Frida Kahlo told the Post, "The Gorilla Girls would be thrilled to help write those labels." A MOMA spokesperson declined to comment on the naming of the new galleries. Among the work that's hanging in the new Dubin Gallery are several photographs of artist Tina Gerard at her 1970s-era artist-run Soho restaurant Food. There is also a work by video artist Trisha Brown, who died in 2017. It's a shame in this uncomfortable situation they can't speak for themselves, said Jane Crawford, a close friend of both artists, saying Gerard wasn't able to comment for health reasons. Everyone is so shocked by the Epstein case that it stains everyone associated with him, and unfortunately Dubin falls in that category, Crawford added. We certainly can understand how grateful MOMA is for his support, but people are so sensitive to the Epstein scandal, it's uncomfortable seeing his name on the gallery. Yeah, you think? The money ain't that important, and neither is your art, by the way. Get yourself an Instagram account, okay? Your art means nothing in context to the situation. A little respect. A little respect for the victims. Monica Nagel, an artist who has a traveling exhibition on sexual violence, Voices from a Missing Dream, said the new Dubin Gallery leaves a stain on MOMA. Agreed with that. On a moral and ethical level, they should name the gallery something else, Nagel said. It's appalling. Yeah. No. Shit. It is appalling. Sorry. It is completely and utterly maddening that these people just continuously get away with this sort of thing. And they're so insulated from the rest of us. They live in this bubble. They live in this bubble where they believe they can get away with what they want, do what they want, and control us however they want to control us, like cattle. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They certainly don't care about the victims in this case. And they definitely don't care about any other victims worldwide. They care about more money, more power, and more consolidation of that power. The rest of us, collateral damage, folks. I hate to break the news to you. I hate to be dark and gloomy, but somebody has to bring it to you guys raw because nobody else wants to do it, I guess. Everybody's living in this fantasy land. Everybody's living in this fantasy land where they think they're Bob Woodward right now, and everybody's gonna bring down Trump. Meanwhile, in the real world, we're dealing with serious issues like this Epstein case, and nowhere near the resources are being dedicated to it. But that's okay. Because guess what? We're not going to be deterred. We're not going to be stifled. We're not going to be pulled off the path. We're going to chase this down like the dog chased down al-Baghdadi in that tunnel. I just want to thank all of you guys for listening, downloading, sharing, being part of what we have going on here. It's pretty amazing how this is all evolving, and I couldn't be happier to be here with you and reading the news on a regular basis and bringing you guys these articles, because I understand now from reading your emails and when you contact me that you folks are just as angry as I am, and that makes this all the more worthwhile. Because guess what? Like I was saying earlier, one gnat, well, that's nothing, but 10 million gnats, now you can't breathe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another Daily Drop. I hope everybody had a great night tonight, and I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow.